We are underway in Detroit. No opportunity for a return, so backfield, three receivers set for the Lions. On first down, it's Abdullah, and he picks up a first down out across the 40. Amir Abdullah gains 16. The backfield, Abdullah, top of your screen, split wide to the left. On first and 10 from the 41 on the slant. Second down and 6. Quick release by Stafford. And it's taken out to the 49-yard line. Theo Riddick set up to the right of Stafford on third down and 1. And the pass is complete for a first down. Movement prior to the snap. Free play for Detroit as Stafford fires downfield looking for Jones. Another flag.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both on the defense. Offside, defense by the nose guard. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, defense, number 26. That penalty is accepted at the spot of the foul, automatic, first down.
First and 10 from the Carolina 12. Stafford to the end zone, just out of the reach of Stafford on second down. Underneath, it's Riddick. He stumbles. And 2 tight ends. Stafford on third down. Fires to the end zone, and it bounces away from the intended receiver. He's hit 8 field goals. 4 have been from 50-plus this season. He connects from 30.
They want to see him catch a big one in the end zone.
So the Lions held to 3, not 7. Fozzie Whitaker was back deep, along with Curtis Samuel, and Samuel takes it out.
On our NFL kickoff show, he gave the players perspective. He's sorry that it happened, but he will not be distracted today.
12 men
in the huddle on the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So Cam Newton and the Panthers start from the 16-yard line. This is Jonathan Stewart, and he goes nowhere. Empty backfield, second down and 15. Newton looking to throw. He fires downfield, and the catch is made out across the 30. On first down, this is Stewart, who last Sunday became the Panthers' all-time leading rusher. And a couple of flags are thrown in the secondary at the end of the play.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, number 75. Because that penalty is after the play, the down will count. It'll be second down.
Second down and 20. Following yet another Panthers penalty. Newton fires over the middle, and the catch is made by the tight end, Ed Dixon, filling in for the injured Brett Olsen. Out and 2. Newton steps up, and Newton will dive for a first down out to the 44-yard line. Another penalty marker.
Holding. Offense, number 70. It's a 10-yard penalty replay. Third down.
Newton to the outside. Russell Shepard the catch. And a terrific tackle made by Darius Slay. So fair catch is called for by Agnew at the 26-yard line. Lions. Golden Tate in motion. Off the fake to Tate. This is Abdullah. And he's bottled up back behind the line of scrimmage. Stafford on second and 12. And that pass is... Lions must get to the 36. Good block by Zach Zetter. And then Stafford looking for Tate, who is unable to hang on. Jeff Locke punting for the first time. Good kick. Taken out to 23 by McCaffrey. And he's out to the 36. Jonathan Stewart in the backfield. Takes the pitch from Newton. Bit of a stutter step. Tries to cut back the other way. And then he is wrapped up by the rookie out of UNLV, Jeremiah Balawago. Newton fires over the middle. It's Dixon again. Dixon breaks free. Still on his feet. And he is finally brought down inside the 5. First and goal from the Lions 4. Stewart. To the left of his quarterback. And there he goes. As you called, Charles, Cam Newton takes it down to the 2. Both to the left. Newton looking left. He throws and it deflects away from Kelvin Benjamin. Darius Slay defending.
And they use their quickness to their advantage.
We talked to Glover Quinn, asked him about defending Calvin Johnson in practice. He said it's all about body position against the tall receivers. Graham Gano connects.
Goals.
Excellent red zone defense on both sides at the start of this game. This is Agnew. Tripped up, out across the 20. The chest bats with Luke Kuechly. First and 10. 22-yard line. Catch is made by Abdullah. Lions and the Panthers. On second down, it's Abdullah. Found a hole. Takes it out to the 31. Throw down and 1 at center. Jack Center with a first down and more. Out to the 45-yard line. First and 10 from the 45. Stafford with loads of time. He throws, and the catch is made along the sideline. It's Abdullah. And Abdullah with a short game. On second and 8, Stafford looking to throw. He finds Riddick. Nice move around Kuechly. Riddick still going. Finally tackled at the Carolina 20. What a move he put on Luke Kuechly. Stafford hands it off. It's Abdullah. Kuechly to tackle. Gain of just 1. And a flag is thrown.
But look at how he diagnosed this one.
Face mask. Defense, number 59.
Right there.
Half the distance to the goal. And a first down.
Carolina penalty. First and goal from the 9. Abdullah looks to cut to the outside. It's Kuechly who makes the play, and there's another flag.
Because I don't think he actually grabbed it. He had the hand up there, though.
Face mask. Defense. That penalty's half the distance to the goal. First down.
Possession. Amir Abdullah. And this time he's tackled for a loss. Colin Jones. Stafford on second down. Throws to the end zone. Intended for T.J. Jones. Another flag. The 7th Carolina penalty.
And if this one goes against Daryl Worley, this will be his second interference call.
Defense, number 26. Because that penalty occurred in the end zone, the ball will be placed at the 1-yard line. First down.
Behind Belor. This is Zach Center. And he will walk it in for a Lions touchdown.
To Nick Belor, he'll come out here and get his block, but watch what Center does behind him. He makes a miss right there, a second miss, looks like Star Lotulelei, number 98, and then also number 55, David Mayo had their chances in the backfield. Center made both of them miss.
His first touchdown of the season, scored 4 last year. Prior to the extra point by Carolina on that drive. Samuel will not take it out. From the 25 on first down, Newton throws, and it's Benjamin. McCaffrey, his first carry, second and 2. He will not get there. Taken down after a gain of 1 by... Off the fake to Stewart. Newton to a wide open Dixon. And Ed Dixon is inside the 20. And finally brought down another huge 3 receptions, 140 yards. And now it's Stewart. Jonathan Stewart brought down at the 6. Way to go. On second and goal, the shovel pass, McCaffrey. Touchdown.
The offensive coordinator, watch the play design. Fake there. Now it looks like option. Here's the option guy, but here's the guy to watch. Is McCaffrey 22 coming back inside? Now if you're the linebacker, what do? You're in a stress situation. Do I take the quarterback? And oh, is that a cutter behind me? I didn't see that coming. And Cam Newton optioned on the play.
Here's Graham Gano. Connects on the extra point.
And should they have thrown a flag there? And when they decided not to, remember, that play's not reviewable.
It's a forward pass. They can't go downfield more than a yard.
All right, thanks, Dean. Lions set up the screen at center. A flag is thrown as Center takes it out across the 45-yard line. But we have a flag back at the 23.
Holding. Offense. Number 64. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
That's 3. Stafford sets on first down. The catch is made by Marvin Jones. 9. Again, it's Marvin Jones. Tackled at the 33. Completions for Stafford. To not make it 6.
But he also turned it into a slow dance because he pulled him close, didn't he?
Riddick was looking for the flag. Fair catch called for at the 26.
Could have done that.
First and 10. 26-yard line. It's Benjamin. Jim Caldwell. Split back. Second down and 8. Newton does a 360, then hits Stewart out of the backfield, but he will lose yardage. Tavon Wilson coming up. This must get to the 36. Play clock winding down. They just get the snap away in time, and down goes Newton back at the 16-yard line. Meeting at his own 3. Agnew backpedaling. There is a flag. Agnew out across the 40. Another flag. So 2 penalty markers. One at the beginning of the return, one at the end.
There are 2 fouls on the play. 1 on each team. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Kicking team. By rule, that penalty is declined. 54. Holding. Excuse me. Block in the back. 54. During the return, number 54. That penalty be enforced. First down, Detroit. Chosen to accept the unsportsmanlike conduct for the flyer running out of bounds. Therefore, both penalties are accepted. We will replay 4th down.
Pat.
Exactly.
So 57-yard punt is negated. This one will be taken at the 31 by Agnew. Out of bounds. Lions start from the 37-yard line. And 11. And the Lions will keep it on the ground with Riddick. He's taken down by Kinkley. Lions must get to the 47 for a first down. And they will not. Pass intended for Golden Tate.
Punt return. Something he did so well in his collegiate career at Stanford.
He's averaging 6 yards per return. Yards. So Newton and the Panthers start from the 27. It is Dixon again for a Carolina first down.
Playing the role of Greg Olsen.
Newton with time, over the top, McCaffrey down to the 49. Jonathan Stewart. Stewart has a first down into Lions territory.
Rust in the preseason. Looks like he's really getting into his groove.
This is Stewart, and when we talked to the head coach, Ron Rivera,
Pushing the pace a little bit, too.
and it does not fool the Lions, and Stewart over the middle, catch is made by Funchess, and he fights his way forward. Newton throws after the fake to Stewart. 2nd and 10. Newton underneath to Stewart. And Jonathan Stewart will take it for a first down. Still going. Finally tackled at the 13-yard line. Newton to McCaffrey. Nice catch. Good game bunch. 2nd and 8. And the Panthers,
They got the
call timeout just prior to the clock hitting 0. Back in Detroit in 30 seconds.
linebackers in his vicinity.
This is Jonathan Stewart. And he takes a hard hit. 3rd down and 7. Newton, loads of time. Now he throws to the back of the end zone. Touchdown. Devin Funchess back home.
start of this. Now watch McCaffrey. He is the intended target running around into the flat. Watch Cam Newton's head. See, he's looking there, and he wants him out here in the flat. Doesn't like that look because he's covered. So he comes off of that, creates extra time by moving to his left. And you notice where he put the football for Devin Funchess?
Gano the extra point. Funchess, couple of touchdowns in Foxborough. They trail by 7, 2 timeouts for the Lions. Stafford down. Ball comes out. And then the Lions use their second timeout.
Right there, ball's out.
So the Lions very fortunate. That could have turned into a 3-for-1.
Yeah.
Second down and 17. Stafford steps up. There's a flag. Pass incomplete off the hand of Ebron.
Him up and
Holding.
body slammed him.
Offense, number 73. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is third down.
Right in front of you. There on, and look at that space.
Big hit made by Shaq Thompson. They stopped committing penalties.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here as we start the second half. So to me, this is big for Detroit.
They start from the 25 on first down. It's Jonathan Stewart for a gain of 2 as we check in downstairs with Stewart and McCaffrey. Newton off the fake to Stewart. Hits Stewart out of the backfield. Nice move. And then he takes it out to the concussion. Third down and 4. It's Newton. And he will pick up a first down out to the 37-yard line. Newton, not Paul Newman.
There you go.
Newton on first down. That pass sails out of bounds, intended for Funchess, and he remains down. Back at 2. Newton, good protection on second down. It's Dixon again. Ed Dixon to the Detroit.
So Pam got the scouting report from the head coach. They didn't execute it.
12 men in the huddle on the offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Newton swings it out to McCaffrey. And Christian McCaffrey is on second and 10. It's McCaffrey. From the 31 on first down. Newton fires downfield to the end zone. Touchdown, Kelvin Benjamin.
Throw by Newton, and look where he puts it. Out there over the defender, Darius Slay. 1 foot down, the second foot. He's fine. Now he's got to maintain all the way through as he hits the ground. The process of the catch, he does that. That's definitely a touchdown. A gorgeous throw. Put it out there where only Benjamin could get it, and he stretches out.
Gano the extra point.
Remember, the shoulder surgery kept him out of most of preseason, so his first 4 games were almost like his preseason to get going. And now, this is what they do.
Kicking team, number 34. Detroit will take the 5-yard penalty and the touchback. First down on the 30.
The last from the 30 on first down. Stafford taken down, loses the football. It's still loose, and it's recovered by Thomas Davis. From the Lions 23. It's Jonathan Stewart, and he will lose a yard. You know, the Lions offense is with 3 touchdowns the last 16 minutes of game time. Newton's pass out of bounds, looking for McCaffrey. Quick release on third down. Nowhere to run for Funchess. You just mentioned DJ Hayden, Charles.
And then a flag came in late.
Illegal block in the back. Offense, number 84. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is fourth down.
First, a 44-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick is good.
We do that very well in crisis. And our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone affected.
Great defensive play made by Star. Latulele bringing down Amir Abdullah. Stafford fires on second down, complete out at the 32-yard line to Marvin Jones. Stafford on 3rd and 3. Stafford scrambling, can't find anyone. Down he goes.
Had 2 last week in New England.
Punt sails out of bounds around the 25-yard line. A lot of Panthers leading 27-10. On first down, it is Stewart. Newton on second down. That pass deflects away from Curtis Samuel.
But a lot more competitive this season.
Newton on third down and 12. And this will be Polardi from his 30. Excellent kick. Although it does bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
And that defensive front of Carolina moved the ball.
First and 10 from the 20-yard line. Catch is made for a gain of games. Abdullah. He picks up a first down and more. Amir Abdullah. Stafford complete. Golden Tate. He spun away from Shaq Thompson. Abdullah. Stop short. Off the fake to center. Stafford firing downfield, and that sails. It's centered, and he will not get there. Chance, he wanted to play basketball as well at North Carolina. Here's McCaffrey. Off the fake to Stewart. Newton rolling right. And he slides. Third down and 4. Newton underneath. First down. Inside the 30. It's Funchess. Using most of the time allotted. And now it's McCaffrey to the Detroit 27. Second and 9. Newton looks to take off. Third down and 11 for Cam Newton. And the Panthers football comes loose. And it looked like Newton was able to gather it in. And they will not get the snap away. Does best starting field position of the game for the Lions. And Stafford's pass could not be handled yet again.
Defense, number 95. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Draws over first-round pick, North Carolina native. Without a catch today. And you hear the cheers at his first today. Stafford in trouble. Down he goes. Back at the 48-yard line.
What he's seeing today.
Replacing the Bills' new head coach, Sean McDermott. Stafford escapes. Second and 18. Fires downfield, and that is broken up for the Lions. Pressure once again. Stafford stays on his feet. Now he goes down for the 5th time today. It's Captain Mutterland.
The Carolina Panthers, he described his personality as very aggressive. His defense has been exactly that today.
On first down, it's Stewart. Stewart out to the 23. And things around.
And Newton 50 of 57 over his last 2 games. So when he goes into the end zone.
To the 29 for a first down. It's Funchess. He's able to hang on to it. Terrific catch by Funchess. Counts for the Panthers. Again, they let the play clock run all the way down, and then Stewart is tackled behind the line. The all-time record, Shannon Sharp, 214. That pass broken up, intended for Samuel. Third down and 12. Newton gets rid of it. McCaffrey unable to make the catch. Fair catch signal from Agnew. First and 10, 31-yard line for Matthew Stafford and the Lions. Pass is caught by Golden Tate. Tate picks up a first down, and he 17. Stafford over the middle, Riddick. Stafford steps away from pressure. Now he's down. Back at the 41. Johnson finishing him off. K'Wan Short, who's had a strong game. Catch made at the 37-yard line from the 37. Stafford moving to his right. Complete to Riddick. And Theo Riddick, a number of nice moves, picks up the first down to the Carolina 21-yard line. On the slant, Golden Tate works his way to the 16-yard line. Mike Adams, the tackle. From the 16, Stafford's pass is caught. Taken down to the first and goal from the 4-yard line. Stafford moving to his right, looking end zone. Now he throws. Touchdown, Darren Fells.
Around on a sore thigh that we saw get wrapped earlier in the game. Does the movement out of the pocket, keeps eyes downfield, and then Fells does what I've talked about before. He uncovers, gets away from Adams 29, presents himself for Stabble more times, and make a run at this game.
Prater connects. And short kick. Kick going to be 11 by Samuel, and he'll give himself up. First and 10 from the 14-yard line as Newton throws. It's Funchess, and there is a flag.
Interference, offense, number 17. That penalty is half the distance to the goal. Replay, first down.
First down at 17, and Stewart was met immediately. Second down and 19. They keep it on the ground with Stewart, who found a hole and takes it out to the Panthers. Use the entire play clock once again. Newton with loads of time, could not find anyone downfield. Down he goes. Fair catch at the 47. There is a flag.
They might have foiled their own plans there.
Running into the kicker. Kicking team, number 10. That penalty declined. It'll be first down, Detroit.
First and 10 from the 47-yard line. After a pump fake, Stafford throws, and it's broken up by Worley. Carolina scored 24 consecutive points to take a 27-10 lead as Golden Tate makes the catch. From the 45 on third down, Stafford complete for first down and more. Amberdaris down the sideline and finally forced out of bounds at the Carolina 20 remaining. First and 10 from the Carolina 20-yard line. Stafford could not find anyone downfield and then throws it out of bounds. Back. They trailed by 17 earlier in this quarter, so miscommunication there. It'll be third down and 10. Third down and 10. Stafford steps up and throws. It's caught by Fells, and he is in for his second touchdown.
This movie before. Fourth quarter, down, and the Detroit Lions make a run, and Daniel Fells, just a simple out route against Shaq Thompson, number 54, Darren Fells.
6-play, 53-yard drive. It took under a minute. Prater, the extra point.
But they're going to kick it deep again.
Curtis Samuel from the 6. Samuel out across the 20 to the 23-yard line. Don Carey made the stop on special teams. Cam Newton and the Carolina offense back to work from their 23-yard line. And Jonathan Stewart is down at 12. Newton's pass is caught by Funchess, but huge play, third down and 8. As Newton throws, the catch is made by Benjamin.
That was won by Kelvin Benjamin. Widened the corner out, gave himself a little accent.
For catch, best in NFL history. Carolina Panthers will go to 4-1, short week for Carolina. They will host Philadelphia. Eagles also 4-1 on Thursday, while the Lions drop to 3-2. They will travel to New Orleans next Sunday. So fourth quarter comeback by Detroit. A couple of touchdown passes from Stafford to Fells, but Detroit falls just short as they lose 27-24. For Charles Davis and Pam Oliver, this is Kenny Albert. Time for the State Farm Game Break Show to Kurt Menefee in Los Angeles.